It's a beautiful day today and we're reading some more Am I the Yay-Hole? We've got a lot to read, so I'm not going to waste any time today. I hope you guys are doing amazing and thank you for joining me once again. I'm having a beautiful day. It's a chill afternoon today and it felt like a good time to read some Am I the Yay-Hole? So with that being said, enjoy guys. Am I the yay-hole for skipping my friend's birthday without warning because his girlfriend calls me the typical GBF? Miles and I have known each other since we were 2 because our parents are best friends. Now, I would not say that Miles is my best friend. He is a good friend and we do hang out on occasion, but see each other on all major holidays because of our parents. We're in our early 20s. The problem started because of a dumb childhood memory. When we were 8, we had a wedding play on school aftercare. I played the bride and Miles was the groom. It was a play with horrible songs and uncoordinated kids. Obviously, our parents made pictures and videos of that. And we each have a picture on our family picture walls. Miles is dating Lindy. They met 3 years ago and started dating last year. Lindy does not like me, so every time we coincide at a celebration, she makes a comment about me being the typical girl best friend. She one time said that I secretly wanted to sleep with Miles. Oh, nah, they're jealous, OP. I've got no clue where she even got that impression from. Miles and I have different friend groups and schedules. Besides the monthly catch up over food, we didn't really meet that much. Things got worse when Lindy saw the wedding play picture. The comments got even more. She even started DMing me on Instagram saying stuff like, she knew what game I was playing. Wow, come on. I talked to Miles once about this and he told me to give her time. So his birthday was on Saturday and I was invited. Lindy wrote to me saying something along the lines that she was going to supervise me. Oh, what? This was their first birthday as a couple and I was not allowed to take up his time? Oh, get out of here. How annoying. I was honestly so fed up. I tried talking to Miles once more, but he said the same thing. So I just skipped out. When the party started, I wrote a quick sorry that I can't come and I told him my mum was going to bring his present. Now he's upset with me for missing his birthday, and Lindy is mad that I made it all about myself. Oh, what? This is so frustrating. And my parents are upset that I missed a family function. Am I the yay-hole? Edit, I didn't show anybody the messages because I didn't want to make more out of this than it is. I also didn't want to poison anybody against Lindy, especially not if she is a new fixture in Miles's life. That would make both of our lives more difficult. I did hope that just talking about it might be the more adult thing. My parents are not mad at me or blowing up my phone. A la Reddit fashion, they and Miles's parents were just bummed out that this was the first birthday that I've ever missed. As to why she's jealous, I have no idea. Neither of our parents ever wanted us to get together. There were no jokes or anything about it. I think they also would never want that. The wedding play picture is in the living rooms because they loved the picture and it was our first play. Oh yeah, you're definitely not the yay-hole, OP. And so what? Miles isn't saying anything about how his girlfriend is acting towards you and then gets upset at you when you don't want to show up to the event? Like, you're not in the wrong for not going, OP. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't have either. Yeah, this comment, not the yay-hole. He can't have his cake and eat it too. As in, he can't refuse to do something about the problem and then get mad at you for doing something about the problem. I understand why you didn't want to go, and I'd probably do the same. His girlfriend doesn't seem worth the mental energy, and she's clearly got insecurities that you shouldn't have to deal with. Yeah, that's right. And also, like this comment says, you've known Miles for 20 plus years, and his family is close with your family. You're not being at the party was noticed, and you're taking all the blame for Lindy's actions and insecurities. Screenshot her messages to you and send them to your parents and put it on record that you're not attending was at Lindy's jealous behest. Not the yay-hole, but seriously, if your parents expect your involvement, they need to know the truth of why you weren't there. And also the top comment that has 16,000 upvotes. Not the a-hole. Miles' girlfriend is insanely insecure and jealous of you. You've tried talking to Miles about it and you won't do anything about it. You're basically getting threatening messages from her at this point. Of course you don't want to be around her. Your parents should understand that their relationship with Miles' parents is just that. Their relationship. It's not a family function whether they wish it to be. The onus shouldn't fall on you to maintain a friendship with Miles if it isn't working for you under the current circumstances. I do hope you two can work things out since you've been friends for so long, but you don't have to if it doesn't work for you, and you don't need to feel guilty about it. Edited to add, OP refers to Miles as a friend throughout and uses quotes when she writes family function at the end of her post and said they see each other on holidays, etc. because of their parents. This does lead me to think that OP doesn't consider Miles family, nor his birthday a family function herself. She also talks about how the parents consider this a family unit. She never said that she considered them a family unit. That's the reason for my last paragraph. Context matters. I'm not suggesting that family has to be related by blood. I love my family of choice, but nobody should be coerced to maintain any relationship that doesn't work for them. Yeah, 1,000,000% OP. Post number 2 is called, Am I the yay-hole for not giving my plus size friend the queen size bed in our B&B? I, 30s female, am going on a vacation with 4 of my friends, 30s and 40s female. We go every year and we always use a randomized selection tool to help us choose who gets which bedroom. The tool assigns the order in which we can choose. I got 3rd choice and my plus size friend Marie got 5th. The first 3 of us all chose the queen size beds. The other 2 got twin twin beds and had to share a room. Yeah, it does suck, but that's why we leave it up to chance so nobody can complain. Marie asked me privately if we could switch places so she can have the queen size bed. She is plus size, but in my opinion not so big that she can't fit in a twin bed. I've lost over 100 pounds and at my largest I was bigger than Marie is now. I never once asked to switch beds when I was bigger. I therefore said no. She started crying and told me that I was being unreasonable and that I of all people should understand. I do understand, but it's my vacation too and I've worked hard to be in the body that I'm comfortable in. I don't feel like I should give up my spot to accommodate her when she can still fit in the twin bed. Am I the yay-hole? Edit, we agreed ahead of time that the two people who got the twin beds would pay $75 less than the rest of us. It's just way too expensive to get a place with 5 rooms and 5 queen beds. Edit number 2, she doesn't have any mobility issues or any other disabilities that I'm aware of. Edit number 3, it's $75 off a total of $400 for the whole trip. Edit 4, she never explicitly offered the $75 back to me, but I honestly can't imagine that she didn't have that in mind when asking to switch. She's not the monster a lot of you are assuming that she is. Edit number 5, thank you for all your comments. Many people suggested it might be more about her discomfort about sharing a room and not as much about the bed. That would make way more sense to me. When I was bigger, I used to snore and I was completely embarrassed when I had to sleep in a room with somebody. Many also suggested that I'm lacking empathy. It is true, I don't feel empathy. It's a long-standing issue with my mental health and why I often post on this account asking for help. I don't want to be a ding-dong, so I do rely on honest people to call me out. So I do appreciate it even though many people who said these things were downvoted. Right, okay. So she didn't say why she didn't want the twin-size bed. I'm assuming that she wasn't like, hey, I'm really uncomfortable for these reasons. Can we please switch? Like obviously it is a big deal for her. She started crying immediately when OP said that she couldn't have the bed. Like yeah, she did know what she was signing up for. But also you guys are in your 30s and 40s. Like they obviously have reasons that they don't want to be in there for them to get that upset about it. But yeah, that doesn't make you the a-hole, OP. Is anybody even the a-hole here? It says she started crying and told me that I was being unreasonable. You know, like I don't think you are being unreasonable, OP. But there is definitely more that they're not saying, which is why they got so upset. I don't feel like this sort of stuff is that simple. Like there's a lot of nuance here. Yeah, like this comment says, well, Reddit loves to judge in black and white terms. So no, you technically aren't an a-hole for switching rooms, but your friend cried. Are you saying that she's just a spoilt brat? Why would an adult woman cry about this? Obviously something is going on and she is your friend. Don't you care to find out and accommodate her? You'd rather watch your friend cry than to be kind? If you really think she's just a spoilt brat who would cry to manipulate you, you should probably reevaluate your friendship. Yeah, and the comment under that, I had to scroll so down far to see this comment. Like yeah, not the yay-hole, but this isn't really about the bed. Assuming that she is usually a sane, reasonable person and y'all have done this plenty of times before, then something has set her off. And I'm not saying it's OP. In fact, it's probably not. It could be something that happened to her in her life about her weight, or somebody said something to her, or she had a crappy week and this one small stupid thing set her off. We've all been there, but while you're running around posting on the internet about it, you could have just like talked to her about what's going on. And if she is an overdramatic spoilt brat, then yeah, why are you even friends and what is this even about? Yeah, like maybe she wasn't comfortable talking about it, but I did feel like it was a bit weird there where it said that she started crying, but like that was it. It didn't say anything about why she cried or why she really doesn't want this bed. And yeah, I feel like that's definitely a conversation that you guys should have had, OP. But yeah, maybe you did, but you just didn't put it in the post. But yeah, I don't feel like you're the yay-hole. I also don't really feel like she's the yay-hole. She shouldn't have said that you were unreasonable though, because you're not really being unreasonable. Complicated stuff. And also like this comment says, not the yay-hole, you all have an established arrangement for picking rooms. If she had an issue with that, she should have said something beforehand. Expecting you to give up your room is unreasonable. Yeah, definitely, which makes you think even more that something did happen or something really did make them upset. Because yeah, if they've done this before and this is how they do it, she should have expected this. The next one is called, would I be the yay-hole if I back out of helping my sister pay for a car because she went and got a $65,000 Jeep instead of what we originally agreed on? My sister, 18 female, is starting college in fall. She doesn't have a car but will need one because she'll be commuting to school while living at home. At the beginning of the year, I, 27 male, told her that I'd help her pay for a car as a graduation gift. I'd pay for the first $5,000 of her monthly payments. She has an almost full ride scholarship and is living at home, so this will probably be her only recurring bill outside of school fees and supplies. I did this so that when she started working, she could build up as much of a savings net as possible if something came up. My parents, my sister, and I originally agreed on a max of $25,000 to a $30,000 car. This car isn't meant to last her a decade. She's never owned a car. This is her baby's first car. It's supposed to be an affordable car for a college kid to get around in. Oh my god, yeah, and 25 to 30 grand? That's already way too much. It should last her for college and then she can figure out what to do from there. Well, I got lied to because she and my parents went out and bought a brand new Jeep yesterday. I'm livid. My parents co-signed it to get this. Not only did they buy a $65,000 brand new car, but they financed it. A $10,000 down payment at an even higher APR for some reason. For some insight, my parents cannot afford this car themselves, and they can't afford the new payments on the loan they got for the $10K. There's a reason I'm the one helping out with the payments on this, not them. My sister doesn't even have a job yet, which was supposed to be step one before we even got to the car. Oh my god, OP, have your parents lost their mind? I'm livid. The $5,000 I had set aside for it won't even last the summer if we put it towards the car and loan payments. The whole reason I did this now is basically mute because she'll have to cover the payments while she's in school. My parents do have good credit, but they have zero cash at the end of each month, so I'm pretty sure once my $5,000 runs dry, the car will be repoed for non-payment in the next year or so. What boils my blood even more is they know that I'm livid, but they don't care. Mum went on for a whole hour about how sister's eyes are lit up at the side of the car and that you would not have said no either if you were there. Bloody BS. What a load of crap that is. People's eyes light up when they see all sorts of cars. Does not mean you buy the car for them. We had talked about this for months. My sister and parents both know 100% that you will not be able to afford the car, but they don't care now. I'm considering backing out. I'll tell them to return the car and we return to the original plan, or else I'll just invest the $5,000 in a 5-year bond for my sister. I want some opinions on this plan. OP, do not give them money. Like, do not support this even a little bit, OP. Your parents sound like probably the worst people in the world with money. Like, what the hell are they doing? Oh no, this is so frustrating. And yeah, you're 100% right. Your $5,000 is barely going to do anything now, and it's probably going to get wasted on a car that's not even going to be theirs because they can't afford to keep it. Yeah, no, don't give them anything, OP. Edit, quick clarification. My gift to her is a total of $5,000 that was to be used for monthly payments. The way I worded it was weird, I think, originally. I did not promise to help with the down payment or anything else fee related. She had savings to cover that. I was going to pay the first $5,000 of monthly payments after that. Edit 2 and the update. Some people are asking why the original car purchase price we decided was $25,000 to $30,000 and why that was so high. Yeah, I agree. That's pretty high for an unemployed college kid. That was meant to be an absolute max that you think very carefully about and total with the fees included. I was encouraging them to go for like a $10,000 to $15,000 car, but was talked up to a $25,000 to $30,000 max. I also just got confirmation that the deal was finalized yesterday. There's no returning the Jeep. I was mistaken about how used versus new cars are treated with cool down period laws. She and my parents are screwed. Thank you for the advice so far. I'm going to think this over tonight and figure out how much of this circus I want to be a part of. Yeah, pretty much none of it, OP. Literally the top comment, not the a-hole, but your parents are, and they're acting like children themselves. For some insight, my parents can't afford this car themselves. They can't even afford the new payments on the loan they got for the $10,000. There's a reason I'm the one helping out with the payments on this and not them. My sister doesn't even have a job yet, which was supposed to be step one before we even got to the car. They're setting your sister up to fail. The Jeep goes back and the cheapest second-hand car comes back home, or they're on their own. Yeah, I don't understand what your parents are doing, OP. Like, that's a laughably awful thing to do, and they just do it and they don't care. Yeah, I don't really feel like you should give her the $5,000, OP, because you're right, even if your sister isn't bad with money, well, your parents definitely aren't leading by example, but I mean, even if you did give the $5,000, it's not going to help that much. It'll pretty much disappear straight away on a car that they're not even going to be able to keep. I feel like your idea of investing it is a way better idea, and then yeah, in the future you're going to give her some money. Is she just going to immediately spend all of it? That's so annoying of your parents, OP. I feel like you could give your parents $10 million or something, and they'd find some way to not keep any of it. Oh, this one's so frustrating. Even spending $30,000 on your first car, that's wild. I feel like when you're 18 years old, the last thing you should have is a bloody car payment. Get a cheap, crappy car. You're probably going to ding it up anyway, and save your money. You're only 18. My first car was $1,500 and I loved it. And if back then my parents said they could get me a $30,000 car, I'd be too scared to drive it. That's so wild. Like, that was a long time ago, and it is hard to find really cheap cars. But I mean, like $5,000 or $6,000, you could get something and it'd be fine. And yeah, you're completely not the a-hole, OP. And they're gonna realize why they shouldn't have done what they did. Okay, the next one is called Am I the a-hole for agreeing to split the bill on a double date, which ended in my best friend being dumped. Hey, I 22 female, am really unsure here. My best friend and roommate 22 female, Amy, had been seeing a guy for 2 months. She really likes him and it seems to be going super well. Last night she asked if I'd go along with a blind double date, i.e. her and the guy she's dating, me and one of his friends who's single and looking. I wasn't keen at first, but she insisted, so I agreed. We go to the restaurant, just a nice place in our area, and things seem to be going fine. The friend that she was setting me up with was cool, but I'm really not looking right now and I didn't feel any kind of spark. We get to the end of dinner and the bill comes. Amy chimes in and says, "Don't worry, our men have got this." To which I say back, no, I don't mind. We'd had 2 cocktails each, all 4 of us, and it wasn't a crazy expensive place, but not cheap. A bit of back and forth happened. Amy kept insisting it's always the gentlemen who pay. So I said something like, "You do you, I'm happy to split." The guys were saying that they would cover it, but they both seemed uncomfortable. They paid and then we all left. Amy and her boyfriend went back to his. I said goodnight to his friend and I went home alone. Later, Amy texted me saying that her man is now contemplating the relationship because he doesn't want somebody who always insists that the men pay. She told me that I ruined it. You bloody did not ruin it. Amy was the one who did all of this. this. She told me I ruined it by offering to split and I should have sided with her and not made things worse. You didn't make anything worse. You were being considerate. She's now saying he needs time and might not want to continue the relationship with her. Am I the a-hole for this? Of course not. Is he dating you? No. Well, obviously you're not responsible for how he feels about her. And the fact that Amy is trying to pin this onto you as if it's your fault makes it look even worse for her. Like what, Amy thinks everything would have been fine if you didn't say something? There are obviously traits that he doesn't like about Amy. You can't stop that, OP. Update, thank you so much everybody for your thoughts on this one. Amy still isn't talking to me. You could cut glass with the tension in our place right now. She and the guy aren't talking either. I'm trying hard here, but another week and maybe the friendship has run its course. Sensing a lot more underlying issues that can only come from communication, but hey, update, I'm now not a girl's girl because I didn't back her without being told that I should or given any kind of heads up. I responded that if I want to pay for myself, especially because I didn't see myself and the blind date friend having a second date, was happy to put in for my portion. Friendship is effectively over and I'm looking to move out. Final update, Amy is now trying to apologize because she can't afford the rent on her own or get somebody else to move in on such short notice. I do feel horrible, but I need to be around supportive people. Thanks again to everybody. Yeah, how bloody ridiculous. Taking no accountability and just blaming it on you. Yeah, the top comment, not the a-hole. She's the one that said the guys pay. His reaction to that is based on her statement alone. And our men? No. This was the first time that you'd met your date. Yeah, why would this ever be your fault? And the fact that they were trying to say that it is so wild. Like, Amy, you created this issue for yourself. Yeah, you're not the a-hole, OP. The next one is called, am I the a-hole for telling my mother-in-law that she made her bed and she can rot in it for all I care? So I, 24 male, have been with my girlfriend, 23 female, for a bit over a year. She's the love of my life, and the only problem is the witch of a mother she has. My girlfriend is very low contact with her mum as she's a judgmental, crazy alcoholic. She's constantly criticized my girlfriend to the point of her crying every time she talks to her. Well, we're expecting our first child. It was not planned, but a welcome surprise, and we're super happy about it. My girlfriend told her father, as she is very close to him, and my mother-in-law overheard it. She's been demanding that we use the name that she wants. Oh, not this crap again. And that it's her way or no way. I told her that we as parents are going to choose what name our child gets, and she has no part in it. Well, as expected, she told my girlfriend that either she uses the name that she picks, or she won't ever be in our child's life. And to that, we told her that's probably for the better. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, what's that? You're awful. And now you're threatening not to be in our kid's life? Don't threaten me with a good time. Then she started to cry, saying that we can't ban her from seeing her first grandchild. Well, guess what? You can't tell them what to name their grandchild. I told her that if she thinks I'd ever allow her to be near our child, then she must be delusional. She had a meltdown and said that we can't do that to her. And to that, I told her she made her bed and she can rot in it for all I care. And then we left. I told my parents about what happened and they told me that they understand my frustration, but that I can't be that disrespectful to somebody and just tell her off like that. My girlfriend is on my side, but my parents made me second guess myself, so am I the a-hole? Your mother-in-law said that she gets to name your kid? No, you're not the a-hole, OP. And your girlfriend is already low contact with her mum, and you said how her mum makes her cry like every single time they talk, so it's not like you'd be spending much time with them anyway, and now they're saying that you have to name your child after what they say? Yeah, they are delusional. Yeah, the top comment, not the a-hole. She is being unreasonable, and it makes complete sense why you wouldn't want her in your child's life. She has a history of bullying her family, and you're not obligated to let her do the same to your child. Also, if your girlfriend is on your side, her opinion on this matters more than your parents. Yeah, that's such a good point. You're not obligated to let her do the same to your child. You're protecting yourself and your girlfriend and your child from this toxic person, OP. The way you're thinking about it is definitely good. Like, yeah, you don't want somebody like that to be around your child. Why should they have to deal with that? And also the way she's been treating your girlfriend, that's awful. Yeah, no, you're definitely not the a-hole, OP. And I feel like that's enough for today. Let's read something a lot more wholesome. If you put your trash in your pocket to avoid littering, you're going to heaven. Oh yeah, definitely. I don't understand people who litter. Genuinely not even joking. I feel like littering is the biggest red flag ever. Like what, you throw rubbish on the ground for no reason and you just leave it there? It's literally easier to keep it on you and then put it in the bin. Or the people that chuck rubbish out the window of their car, or like bottles or cans and stuff. Yeah, no, that's so gross. Definitely a pet peeve because it's so unnecessary. So my grandpa is 93 and he still takes my grandma on dates weekly. Here's them getting ready this morning. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, old people that are in love are so cute. Like, not only is seeing people in love so beautiful and seeing people that are happy so beautiful, but it's extra cute when they're an old couple. That's so sweet. Absolute legends. And yeah, what's the bet? Their relationship has been so good, and it's because they still put so much effort into each other and make time for each other. Oh, that's so beautiful. Somebody out there thinking thinks that you're amazing. It's me. I'm somebody. Oh, thank you, Platypus. That's so beautiful. You're amazing. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time. And if you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe. And the comment of the day today goes to Bonnie. I've never been this early before. Oh, thank you. That means the world to me. I really appreciate the support. And yet makes me so happy that you enjoyed the videos. Thank you for watching them. Today's episode was a little bit horrifying, but I hope you enjoyed it. Let's do it again tomorrow, shall we? Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!